Ladies and gentlemen of the internet, it is me, the one, the only, as far as I know, Brian Redgrave, with my review of Extreme Rules. Or what's supposed to be Extreme Rules. And joining me in this review, he joined me last time in my AEW All Out review. It is the one, the only, Jordan.
Hi, but it's considered soft stream rules. Okay,
Yeah.
everything was soft.
So we're gonna do the review the same way, run match by match. But there's something I gotta get off my chest. When you have a pay-per-view called Extreme Rules, that's the name of the pay-per-view, and you only have one match use the Extreme Rules moniker, it is insulting. Now, I'm not saying with that every match needs to be Extreme Rules, but like if I were booking the show, right? A show I have with the name Extreme Rules, I would have put an Extreme Rules match here, a table match here, a submission only match here. Like, just sprinkle around. Not every match needs a stipulation, but sprinkle it around. Instead, as we go through the review, I'm going to run through what was Extreme exactly. So, you didn't watch the kickoff, did you?
Nope.
Okay, so kickoff was Liv Morgan versus Carmela. I usually don't really watch the kickoff. I did because, well, it was Liv Morgan. I like Liv Morgan. And honestly, the match was all right. The match was pretty decent. I thought it was a really good way to start off the night. Usually kickoff matches can be forgettable. And while this ain't no A match, it was definitely a really solid match. That was there, I would assume, in the way the match was done, to showcase Liv Morgan a little bit more. I feel like Liv Morgan has a lot more to offer than what they use her currently. And the fact that she won here, she won clean, and she came out strong. I'm just hoping this is like, you continue to push her eventually for title contention down the line, right? Honestly, the match itself was solid. It's a solid way to start the pay-per-view. Like, I usually don't watch kickoffs. I was glad I watched this one. Before the match even started, Carmela was running down her mouth about how she's the most beautiful woman in all WWE, and how Liv Morgan is ugly, and I think she called her nasty at one point, and all this stuff. And all I want to say is this: Carmela, you are very pretty, but you are nowhere near as beautiful as Liv Morgan. So this storyline, it's out. I mean, at least in my opinion, somebody out there could disagree and think Carmela's way better looking. But like this whole thing, to me, it's like, oh, I'm the most beautiful woman. Oh, you're nothing. You're ugly. You wish you had the looks like me. She does have the look. She's very gorgeous, and in fact, to me, she's better looking than you. So, and a better wrestler than you. So, like, they want to paint Liv Morgan as just like, and I know she hasn't been like in the, like on the top or anything like that. But she's also like, they're kind of making her look like she's a chump or something. She used to be right in the Riot Squad. She was the weakest of the three, but that was a long time ago now. Overall, though, Liv Morgan won. I give this match an up. I thought it was enjoyable and, a decent match to actually start the night. Which brings us to the very first official match of the night, not counting the kickoff, which is the match that was last minute, just announced in the kickoff itself because somebody went, oh my God, we didn't book the WWE champion. I swear to God, that's what happened. In the kickoff itself, they would announce the New Day versus AJ Styles, Omos, and Bobby Lashley. Like I said, this felt like somebody literally just went, shit, we didn't book Big E. What can we do? And just threw this match in there. That being said, to my surprise, because this is a match you would typically see on Raw or something, this was really good. I thought it was really good. I thought everybody played their part. I thought everybody had their moment. Bobby Lashley got to be dominant. Almost got to be dominant. AJ Styles got to be phenomenal. Big E got to show why he's the current champion. Kofi showed why he's amazing, and Xavier would show why he's underrated. Everybody had their moments. Everybody had their moments to shine. At a point, it looked like fucking the heels were all gonna win, but that wasn't the case. Kofi was jumping out, almost slapped him on the chest. AJ Styles put him on a forearm on Xavier. And when it looked like Bobby was going to finish Big E, AJ Styles decided, I'm going to tag myself in. I'm going to go for the phenomenal forearm. As he's about to, Bobby tags himself back in. Phenomenal forearm misses. Bobby accidentally spears AJ instead of Big E. And Big E capitalized. 1, 2, 3. Your current WWE champion picks the victory up for the New Day. I thought the match itself wasn't up. And I love the entire ending. The entire sequence of it, I thought was great. I spoke for a long time. Go ahead, sir.
Hey, you can continue on. So. But yeah, I like the match. I liked how they showcased Big E here. You don't watch Raw, obviously, but I thought they showcased him better on this show than they did last Monday against he had 2 matches, and I thought they showcased him way better here. But yeah, I hope the New Day. I hope they don't continue teaming up when as him being champion. I hope they don't continue that. I want to see Big E go on and run on his own without his buddies being around all the time.
Yes.
But it showcased him great here. Kofi did his part, which was good. Xavier did his part, which was good. Xavier shows why he deserves to have more time on his own, I would like to see Xavier break out of the New Day, but yeah.
Xavier's come a long way, and out of the 3 of them, to me, he's the best on the microphone.
But yeah, the ending is set up. I think it's going to set up a Bobby versus AJ feud here. With AJ probably turning face.
Well, he still has almost in his corner.
Yes, but he got speared. They have this match tomorrow night on Raw. Bobby and Big E. AJ's gonna cost. He's gonna get involved in that match. But that's not the point here. The point is, the New Day won. They still got it as a tag team since it's been like a year since they teamed up together. They still got it.
Yeah, you mentioned Big E needing to split from the New Day. And the commentators kept reminding us, oh my God, what if the New Day gets split up in the draft? Oh my God, this could be the end of the New Day. But this is exactly what happened last year. The New Day got split in the draft, but yet we're still here. We have found ourselves back here where the 3 of them are teaming up like they were never split. And everybody talks about them like they never ever split. I was like, as they kept saying, oh my God, what if they get split? I'm like, guys, this already happened last year. Why are we acting all shocked about this? Why are we pretending that breakup never happened?
Yeah, exactly.
Overall, what'd you give the match? An up, down, and in between?
I enjoyed it. I'm not going to give it an awesome, but I liked it. It's watchable. So yeah, I'm giving it an up.
Oh, yeah. Now, after that, we had the Street Profits versus the Usos for the Smackdown Tag Team Champions. Yeah, this is a match we've seen a lot, right? Recently.
Mm-hmm.
You want to talk about that one?
Yeah, it was the same match as you've seen on SmackDown. I don't even know why it happened on a pay-per-view. You can watch this match on SmackDown and still get the same ending.
I don't want to make this an AEW daily discussion, but this is one thing I do think they need to learn from AEW, and AEW doesn't have all these repeated rematches.
The rematches need to stop. Exactly.
This is like the 20th time we've seen these guys go at it. And to be fair, this was a good match, regardless. Regardless if we've seen them 100 times, shockingly, they still gave us a great match overall. I thought it was a good match.
yeah, they both they're great teams. They both put on good performances, but Jesus, man, the ending is never gonna change. So why keep having these same repeated matches?
And in this match, the crowd started to chant at a point, "We want tables. We want tables." And that was because this was the third match of the night, normal. Liv versus Carmela, regular match. New Day versus AJ Almost and Bobby, regular match. And here we are, Street Profits versus the Usos, regular match. So the crowd at this point started chanting, "We want tables," because it's called Extreme Rules.
That should have been a tornado tag team match.
See,
You
that's
know?
what I'm saying. I'm not saying that every match needs to be Extreme Rules, but there you go. Tornado tag match. Like, just something to change the rules up since it's called Extreme Rules. Like, look, you just thought about that like that. These guys can't even come up with that.
Like, you know, like what's next? Another rematch on Friday? Like, Jesus. I'm tired of this feud. Give the Usos something new. I mean, granted, they don't have enough tag teams on SmackDown.
They
Just
don't.
come up with a team, you know?
There was a point in this match though that was really, really fucking dope, and Montez Ford, he from inside the ring was running and jumped over the turnbuckle, completely jumped over it onto both Usos. Then threw the Uso that was legal in the ring, went for the 5-star frog splash, which I always think he does it really well. Like I really
Mm-hmm.
love his. And I honestly thought for a second, like, oh my god, they're gonna win. It was not meant to be. But that spot of Montez Ford, like just running, jumping over the turnbuckle, completely just jumping over it into the outside, perfect moment right there. That was a great moment.
Yeah, like I was telling you earlier, I was telling him earlier that I thought Montez Ford can go off as a singles guy. I think he would do good, honestly, if he were to ever break up with Angelo Dawkins, I think his name is.
Yeah.
But yeah, all, I like the match, and I'll give this one an up also.
At one point, Angelo Dawkins was just like dogging both Usos like really bad, and I liked it because it's like one of them jumped to the outside, he caught him, slammed him. The other one tried to run, he just knocked, punched him right in the face, took him out. I was like, look at this guy fucking killing people out here. Good shit. And then after this, you mentioned it earlier. Bobby Lashley had a backstage segment in which he said Big E couldn't win without the New Day if it weren't for bad legs and blah 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 blah. And he challenged Big E to a match for tomorrow night, Raw, or later tonight because it's already midnight, for the title. After that, we had Charlotte versus Alexa Bliss for the
Oh,
Raw Women's Championship. And keep in mind, you're the one who pointed it out. This was Alexa Bliss's hometown.
Columbus, Ohio.
The match itself was fine. I don't like. I didn't think it was good. I didn't think it was bad. It was just there. That's one thing. Second was the ending, in which Charlotte, like I wasn't expecting Alexa Bliss to win. I wasn't. But then Charlotte beat Alexa Bliss by grabbing Lily, which caused Alexa to become distracted, and I think she got hit with a kick to then the natural selection.
Yeah.
That was the 1, 2, 3. Okay, so Alexa loses. I guess that wasn't enough, because then Charlotte decided, I'm gonna take Lily, rip her apart to shreds in front of the crowd. I promised Alexa Bliss to get back in the ring and start whooping ass. But that was the thing. She only whooped ass for so little because then Charlotte turned the tables on her and just beat her ass and threw her over the announce table. And then Charlotte left happy and smiling. which then we had Alexa Bliss come out from under the announce table, get on top of the announce table, start yelling, pulling out her hair, going to the ring, seeing the remains of Lily, that doll, for those of you who don't know who Lily is, and just cry and yell and cry and more yelling. And she went to the ramp and kept crying and yelling, and that was it. Like, so Alexa in her hometown, not only does she lose the match, then she gets her ass beat. They break her doll, and she cries about it. Way to book your hometown heroes, guys. I don't even know what to say. Like, this was just, I'm like, what's going on here? Like, if you would have used this to maybe like break Alexa of this character to like kind of bring her back to the goddess, okay, that's not what we did here. Then she just went buck wild yelling around. And I do want to say the crowd, when Charlotte ripped her parts, the crowd had me laughing when they started chanting, "Thank you, Lily." Like, I thought that was so funny. But overall, like, the match was just, it was just not great. The ending made Alexa look stupid. And then and then on top of that, then if you wanted to do that, like have Charlotte win that way, then at least have Alexa take down Charlotte at the end for what she did with the doll. She got her ass beat there too. So it's just like, I honestly, this was a down without question. You go ahead, sir. Your thoughts.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna discuss that match because I didn't care for the match. It's that stupid ass ending that they could have put that shit on Raw. That shit's meant to the go home show for Raw to this pay per view. This pay per view is watched by millions all around the fucking world, and you're putting Disney shit on TV basically. She's what an old woman crying over a fucking child's doll. Like, I can't believe this shit that we saw tonight. What adult cries over a doll? It's like she went back to being 2 years old. This was awful. This should have not been on a pay per view. And I can see why people go to that other company because of shit like this. This shit is not the wrestling that we want.
And to point out, this was the fourth match. Nothing extreme happened either.
No, nothing. I mean, if you want to call her crying extreme, I mean, but it was awful. And then foaming at the mouth, like, what the fuck was that needed for? She's not a fiend.
Supposed to be foaming. Like, so when Charlotte threw Alexa Bliss over the announcer table, you could see that Alexa was like going under the table to like look for something. I thought she was gonna use some weapon or something to clobber Charlotte. That didn't happen. Eventually, when she came out, she had like this white thing in her mouth. You could see it clear as day. And then it was reported that was supposed to help her foam, but it malfunctioned. So instead, she used her own saliva. Or I think it was Dirt Sheet Radio said it was an image guys wouldn't forget. Good job, guys. We'll keep it appropriate. She had saliva coming down her mouth. Like, just white thing in her mouth. Good job, guys.
It's so fucking awful. I'm giving a match this, a middle finger because I could give it. I like Alexa, but man, this post match shit, it made me not care for the match at all after,
Yeah.
The middle finger. That's it. That's all I get.
Middle finger. So after that, we had a saving grace of a match. To say, Jeff Hardy versus Sheamus versus Damien Priest, where Damien Priest was defending his United States Championship. This was a good match. I have one complaint is how the match ended. Overall, this was a good match. Everybody got to show off why they're good at what they do. Why Damien Priest is the future. Why Sheamus can still go, and Jeff Hardy showing that he does not belong in a 24/7 championship run. Everybody had their moments. At times, it looked like Sheamus was going to win. At times, it legitimately looked like Jeff Hardy was going to win. When he landed that swanton with both guys, I thought Jeff was going to take it. And then he just went to the corner and just rested. I'm like, good job, Jeff. Like, so yeah, like Jeff Hardy. See, this is how you use Jeff Hardy. It's not a running after the 24/7 championship. This is, even if he doesn't win, even if he don't win, this is how you use him. You use him correctly. Just you gotta use them to like either build up these other guys or have him win something. Part of me wanted Jeff to win. Part of me wanted Damien to retain. No part of me wanted Sheamus to win, not because I have something against Sheamus, but he was just champion literally the other day. So the crowd was just going crazy for Jeff Hardy. They got Damien Priest was getting booed at times because they just wanted Jeff Hardy there to win, which is why it was good that Damien Priest pinned Sheamus and not Jeff, because I think then they would have lost it. But like the match itself was great. It really was. And also, by the way, this was a triple threat match. And last time I checked, triple threat match have no DQs. So can somebody explain to me why this match was not extreme? Why they couldn't get a chair or a trash can or do something here? Nothing. This was just a regular triple threat match, just with no weapons, no nothing. Nothing was done here to signal extreme rules again. Even though this is a triple threat match where triple threat matches don't have disqualification, there are no DQ, and they did nothing. Man, at least a chair shot would have been nice in there. Wasted opportunity. But anyway, the ending came when Sheamus would bro kick Jeff Hardy into the outside. He literally killed him. Jeff was just like landed like really bad. It was really good selling. And then Damien Priest rolled him up. Roll up 1, 2, 3. It just took the air out of me because like the match was so good. Like, why couldn't he go for his finisher instead? Like that would have been like doper. No, roll up 1, 2, 3. Like there was a lot of close calls. Like I said, the swanton on both guys. Damien Priest chokes into Sheamus. Like it was all close calls, but overall to end it with a roll up was just like. And then it's like last match ended with a distraction of Lily, and this match ends with a roll up. And wait till we get to the following two matches. Extreme Rules, huh? Overall, I'm happy Damien Priest will retain. He's only been champion for 4 weeks. Deserves to have a nice, long title reign. So that's fine. And Jeff at least got to be in there. Sheamus looks strong. I think overall it hit all the boxes except for the ending. It's where they kind of fucked it up. But I won't give it too much shit for it. I'll give it an up. I thought it was good.
Oh yeah, exactly. You know, this match, Jeff was great in it. They showcased him well. He's a future Hall of Famer. He should not be in these 24/7 segment matches. You know, Jeff hasn't. I don't think he has been this good since like 2 years ago, honestly, because you know that horrible feud with Elias, the Sheamus feud. Jeff did amazing in this match, and I hope after this match it leads to him getting more opportunities like this. Sheamus, how many times are we going to talk about his stupid broken nose? You know that he keeps supposedly breaking after every match, re-breaking. I mean,
Good
how many
job,
times are
Sheamus.
we going to talk about that? That's getting annoying. My favorite thing about this match, Sheamus doing Hardy taunts. I thought that was fucking awesome.
Yeah,
I
that had me laughing.
I wanted him to do the swanton so bad,
I did too. He just came down with the knee. I'm like, what are you doing?
but he probably, you know, with his muscle man, he probably couldn't. But that's it. Still would have been awesome.
He's like,
Priest,
I ain't dying here.
Priest did well in this match. I didn't think he had like his best outing, but he did well. You
Yeah,
know?
there was some botches in this match. Like at one point,
Oh my God,
Damien Priest just fell from the corner or the outside. Fell. Jeff
dude.
Hardy went to reverse, kind of tripped back. I'm like, what's going on here?
Yeah, Corey Graves called it the Dragon Sleeper. He's trying to do the Dragon
At
Sleeper.
least Corey Graves tried to defend that botch. Like he
He tried
tried
to
his
save
best.
it.
Yeah, he tried, but we are like, no, that's not what he was going for. And immediately when he got back up, he just went for the twist of fate, which is what he was gonna go for. But hey, credit to Corey for trying to protect the product.
But yeah, this I'm glad that, to be honest, I'm glad Jeff didn't take the pin here. It kind
Yeah.
of makes him. It doesn't make him look strong, but it makes him okay. You know,
He had a good
I didn't
showing.
like.
That's what he did. And then after the match, Jeff did get back in there, and Damien Priest, they shook hands.
Yeah,
They kind of hugged it up. Damien Priest just bowed down, and then Jeff Hardy bowed down, and then Damien like just aimed at him, and then Jeff Hardy did the Damien Priest like it lost, but he looked good.
it won't happen. But a heel Hardy versus him now, that would be a good feud. I mean,
A heel Hardy or a heel Damien.
man, you haven't seen Hardy's heel days when he was in that other company. That shit was gold. But
Tits and
yeah,
asses.
what?
Just tits and asses.
Tits and ass. Go with that one. Damian Priest, he's a good heel in NXT, but that was short. But yeah, the finish was weak. I did not like the rope. I don't like ropes on a pay per view, to be honest. These matches are supposed to be special, not like TV. So TV so wins like a roll up or it,
They literally do this like every time on Raw, a roll up. So like, why do it here where people are paying to watch?
save that for the regular show, not the main show where millions again are watching. Like it's I swear that's all we get on pay per view nowadays are roll ups from this damn company. We want to see a
We get these like fucking like retarded ass finishers like to matches. Like I said, we'll talk a little bit more about that.
yeah.
So after
Yeah.
this, Big E was also backstage and he accepted Bobby's challenge. Tomorrow night is official. Him and Bobby for the world title. After that, we have Bianca Belair, the EST of WWE, versus Becky Lynch, the man. And I just want to say something in regards to Becky Lynch. Like, I don't really like her as a heel, like a heel that she's trying to portray. Just don't buy it. I love Becky Lynch when she first started as the man, like that badass, like a badass who did whatever she wanted. Nobody could tell her what to do. She wasn't a face, but she wasn't a heel. She just attacked whoever. This just like heel Becky, it's not really working for me. I don't know. It just I don't know if she can pull it off, or I think it's just because she's so fucking awesome and people love her, and they just like when Stone Cold turned heel, nobody wanted that. Nobody liked that. They just liked him as a badass rattlesnake. Anyway, the match itself was great. This was, if I recall right, Becky's first actual match. She hasn't
Yes.
wrestled in SmackDown, but just promo, and the 26-second thing that barely qualifies as a match. So this was Becky's first match. Woo! Since what, like WrestleMania of last year?
Yes.
And man, she still got it. She still go. No ring rust there. I thought she was great. Bianca showing what she's still great. Um, it was a great match because the match was back and forth. They both had their moments, and it was kind of hard, right? Because Becky needed to retain, but Bianca needed to like redeem that loss. And I was like, who's gonna win? But I thought Becky was like just gonna flat out win. That didn't happen. In fact, technically, to be technical, Bianca won by disqualification. Like I said, the match itself was good. The match itself, I wouldn't even say it was great. But then here we go again with these fucking retarded ass finishers. It was This one could be forgiven just a little bit because of what it was. and I did not see it coming. So when Bianca Belair's about to hit the, what is it called, the kiss of death.
Kiss of the KOD.
Yeah, he's about to hit her. Sasha Banks, who's been missing for like over a month, comes in and attacks her and just beats her. Disqualification. Technically, Bianca wins. Now, this is a big deal because Sasha hasn't been seen since before SummerSlam. He was supposed to wrestle for the title for reasons never explained. She just wasn't there, and the match was just pulled. And that's when Becky came in to save the day. And Sasha was just disappeared. It's like, so she had all these weeks of program with Bianca, and then night comes, she ain't there. She just disappeared. Okay. And she just attacks Bianca, attacks her, and then Becky's in the corner, just holding the championship, like, oh my god, like, whew, I'm safe. And then Becky's like just raising the thumbs up, like, okay, we cool. And I thought Sasha came back to be like Becky's like henchwoman or something like that, or her sidekick. That's what I was going for, thinking they were going for. Surprisingly, though, Sasha then attacks Becky, which so she's attacking both the face and the heel, which is interesting. Attacks Becky. Bianca tries to get in there and attack Sasha. Sasha goes backbreaker, and then Becky's getting up, backbreaker to Becky. Sasha's there standing above both women with challenger and champ down, and then she walks out and says, I'll see you both Friday. Which is interesting because now this feud, this could go one of two ways. It could go Sasha versus Bianca, and the winner of that just goes to face Becky, or it could go into a triple threat, which I think that's the better option, right? Because honestly, like, all three of them are really good. Like, all three of them are really good, and like I said, Sasha, I did not see coming, but here we go again. The match, regardless, did end on a disqualification. Again, here we go with this, like, finish. So, here we go. 3 matches in a row. We had a distraction finish, distracted with Lily, after selection, and we got a roll-up finish, followed right by DQ finish. That's not even, and those 3 aren't even the worst to come. Overall, though, the match, like, overall, even like I said, the ending can be excused just a little bit because of what they're going for, or what they seem to be going for. I'm going to give it an up because the match itself was really good. It's Becky and Bianca. And heading into the pay-per-view was the second most match I was most excited for, because there was only 2 matches I was excited for in this pay-per-view, and this was that second one. Thoughts? Opinions?
Yeah. I enjoyed the match. Like, it was a 20-minute match that I enjoyed. I just wish it did not have that finish. I wish we got like a fair finish here. They should have saved Sasha's return until after the match. I would have been okay with that. You know, attacking the winner of the match. But no, they had to put her while the match was happening, which I don't get why here, but I like the match. I hope Sasha's here to stay for good instead of leaving for another couple of months after this, because nowadays it seems like she's here and then she's gone. She's here, she's gone.
She's becoming a busy woman, it seems like.
Exactly, like she's a big movie star or something. But Sasha's gonna be in this feud, and I think it's gonna be good, honestly. And we have the draft coming up on this Friday on Smackdown. Do you think one of them gets drafted to Monday Night Raw so this feud doesn't happen? Is that a possibility?
This is Daily. Anything is possible with them.
True.
It wouldn't make sense. Like, from the story they told here, it doesn't make sense, because if, like, the plan was to, for example, send Bianca to Raw, she should have just taken the loss and you send it to Raw.
Exactly. So yeah, they have to end this feud on SmackDown, whether it be at the next pay-per-view, whatever the next pay-per-view is, whether it be at that. Oh my god, man. Well, they don't allow women on that show, okay?
No, they wrestled last year. Yeah, that used to be the rumor. They wrestled last year. Bayley wrestled Naomi.
Okay, well, they're gonna be in dresses, man. They're not gonna be like how how we see them. But
What?
that's besides the fact. That does not take away the wrestling. If it happens at Crown Jewel, great. Which I hope Becky retains there. I think she should have another long good run, honestly. But I agree with you. She's not gonna be a good heel. These
She has to
fans
really be.
these fans know her as the man. They know her as a face. And she still comes out and she's still getting face reactions. Like nobody
I don't know
is
what they
getting
were expecting.
exactly. Like I don't think anybody's getting reactions as far as girls are compared to her nowadays. Well, besides Bianca, she's second. But Becky is winning these reactions. And she should be a tweener, like you mentioned. Stone Cold Bex. There you go. The Stone Cold of the women division
You know,
when
she's
freaking
using the rock bottom. The pretty much the rock bottom was the finisher. It should have been the
Becky
stunner.
bottom. But yeah,
Overall, you give the match an up, down.
I love the
Meh.
match. It was her first match since the fucking Shayna Baszler, and I enjoyed this match. Good return for her, good match for her. All in all,
What?
I give it an
Wait, say that again with Shayna Baszler?
yeah. That was the last match she had.
Sasha?
No, Becky.
Oh, Becky,
I
Becky.
was talking about Becky
I'm
here.
lost. I'm like, wait a minute, what? I got lost in here.
All because I said good return. That got you confused. But yeah,
Yeah,
I liked the match. I liked it.
okay, and you give it an up. And then we have the main event, which is the match I was really looking forward to. And by the way, Bianca and Becky had nothing extreme. In fact, we ended a match with in a DQ on a pay per view called Extreme Rules. Just want to just want to say that one more time because then we got the main event, which is Roman Reigns versus the Demon Finn Balor. In the one and only Extreme Rules match of the night in the pay per view called Extreme Rules.
Woo!
I just want to say, guys, like if you're ever gonna do this again, just give me another pay per view. Don't call it Extreme Rules. Give me the Great Balls of Fire too instead.
Oh, awful name, man. Awful name.
Yeah, but at least we don't expect balls of fire. You watch Extreme Rules, you expect Extreme Rules. Anyway, this was without a doubt match of the night for me. The Roman has been killing it for the past 391 days. Finn Balor, Demon, we haven't seen him in like ages. And the match was just back and forth. At times, it was weird because they were making Roman seem really dominant against the Demon. And I was like, that's interesting because usually the Demon is a dominant one. It was interesting, but overall, like the match was great. Like, see, this is where candlesticks, chairs, and tables all came to play. Interferences, but no DQ, meaning it didn't cost a match. We had like 3 tables break. See, this was Extreme Rules, and this was a good match, and this was a good back and forth. This shows everybody, and I hope this is never forgotten because it's like this is WWE, and it's like they forget this is where Finn belongs in the main event. I don't want to see Finn just go down the fucking drain again, like they did in his first run. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see him go down the drain. Finn belongs at the top. And you know what? If he ain't gonna win here, the draft is coming. You could always send him to Raw and maybe fight Big E or something, or maybe he'll get another shot at Roman down the line and actually beat him on the line. Yes, which means Roman did retain. We're gonna get on the how in a minute. So the match was just great. We had chairs, we had candlesticks. The crowd uh, throughout the night they were chanting "We want tables" because it's Extreme Rules. That's what they expected. So this match was no different. We want tables. We want tables. Finn Balor grabbed the table. Roman put it back. The crowd booed him. Great heel move by Roman. That got pretty good boos right there. Uh, so yeah, it was just back and forth. At one point, the match just led into the crowd, which Roman Reigns went like this to Paul. Paul gave him something we couldn't tell what it was. It turned out it was a mask because of the COVID-19. He's like, I ain't taking no chances. Fuck, I don't blame him. I would have too. So Finn Balor gave no fucks. He went out there. He just went out there. He didn't care. And they brawled in the crowd. They brawled by the kickoff stand, which is where I think that's when the first table broke of the night. It was like 3 tables that
Yes.
broke. I think that was the first one. Finn would jump from the kickoff panel stand onto Roman, and they landed on the table. And it was a great moment. The crowd chanted "Holy shit" for it. Eventually, they worked their way back into the ring. They kind of started brawling again. Tables were broken again, and this time it was by Roman, who just like almost like I want to say sideways slam, but it almost like a choke slam type thing into a table. That was the second table of the night to break. Eventually, it looked like Finn was gonna win. The Usos came out. They started jumping the demon, but because Finn Balor is literally a demon, he took control, laid one out, and then took the other Uso and broke the announcer table number 3 right there, and eventually worked his way. Well, no, incorrect. After he did that, out of nowhere, Roman came and speared Finn through the barricade, which I actually didn't see that coming because the camera angle was well done, well positioned, and you couldn't see where Roman was. So after he did that, he's yelling, and he's just Roman just boom out of nowhere, spear through barricade. It was all good and dandy. Like it was like I was so invested in this. Interestingly, though, I liked what they were doing and how they were going about it, but it did get silly too. So the other table's broken. Everybody is down. I thought this was really stupid, but it was stupid that led into cool, that led us into more stupidity. So like everybody's down, the lights go red, and Finn Balor's little theme heartbeats start playing. And every time there was a heartbeat, Finn Balor on the floor was just like, I was like, what? I seen that. I was like, what the fuck? Like, I thought that was stupid. Like, I criticized that hocus pocus shit with Alexa Bliss, and I'm going to do it here too. I thought that was beyond stupid. Like, him just like if the heartbeats were like really waking him up, like, you're fucking like giving you life. No. That to me didn't work. What did work was the fact that the music started to play. He started to whip some ass. He started to lay to Roman. After he did, he threw Roman inside, and I was just the way they did that presentation with the music and the lights all like red. I'm like, holy shit, the demon's gonna win. Because we've never seen, at least I don't ever recall, seeing an ending like this where the music is playing, the crowd's like, oh my, like it's just like a holy shit moment. Like I'm wondering, wow, is Finn Balor gonna be Roman Reigns? Because if he does, the way they're portraying it, it's really good. I'm like, oh my god. And then Finn does the running like double kick thing that he does, and then he gets on the top turnbuckle to go for the coup de grace. I find this suspicious because he was standing there an awful long time. And then I don't know, Finn's dick might have been so big that the fucking turnbuckle top rope couldn't hold the weight of the man somehow. And then the whole top rope just gave. Finn fell. And as he got up and turned around, he got speared for the 1, 2, 3. The commentators tried to sell this like it was just like Roman was lucky. Oh my god, I can't believe that happened. How do you explain that? My god, the rope just like that's how they try to explain it. It wasn't maybe come Friday they'll say differently, but it wasn't like Paul Heyman did it or the Usos did it or the way it was portrayed. He's just standing there about to finish this man, and like boom, the whole top rope falls with, and he falls with it. Like, I was like, when that happened, that excitement of like, is the demon gonna do this? Turn into, this is how we're ending this. This is really how we're ending this. Like, I don't mind if Finn had to lose, but to lose like this, an accident out of coincidence. And then when Roman won, he looked at the sky. I don't know if he was thanking God or what he was doing, but he just looked at the sky like, I don't know what happened. Like, wow, like, thank you. That's what it looked like. He was literally just thanking God. Like, I was like, it just, that took the air out of me. Like, it literally took the air out of me. My excitement just faded away right there as 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 the bloodline started to celebrate, and the pay per view ended. So even the match that was Extreme Rules ended up with another fucking bullshit ass ending. So just to clarify, we had 4 matches in a row with Charlotte using Lily to distract Alexa. We had a roll up finish, followed by a DQ finish, followed by a bullshit finish where the top row just fell and gave away. In a pay per view called Extreme Rules. One Extreme Rules match. And you end up like this. Overall, the match itself was just great. The match was fantastic. Just back and forth, showcasing both, why they're both great, going to the crowds, the table spots, the chairs, the candlesticks. When Finn Balor had the candlestick, he had like 4 candlesticks like taped together. Like the match itself, I had no complaints of the match until we got to the ending, in which I have nothing good to say because this made fucking Roman not look strong. The Roman don't look strong coming out of this. This makes the demon fucking like stupid. Like what? Like what exactly happened there? Like I said, was his dick too big, or did God what? Like I seen some people said, oh, the God like ready to turn back because he's a demon. I'm like, see, that's the kind of things you have to think. Cause how did that even happen? Like if you would have told me that the Usos came kind of rope or something. Okay, but just the way it's portrayed is out of coincidence. It accidentally happened. Like, no, 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 no. The match is getting an up just because the match was that damn good. But the ending, the ending took a match that could have been this to this.
Okay, can I just say, while you were talking about that turnbuckle shit, I was thinking the demon energy, man. All that demon energy could have caused that shit to fall down. You know, demons are so powerful, but that's besides the fact. Yeah, I like the match. I thought the match was awesome, but the ending was shit. Like I could have ended it better than that shit. I thought this was like one of Roman's best matches as being title holder, to be honest. Like I would put it up there. I enjoyed it. Like I enjoyed like that face mask shit. That shit was great. He didn't want the fucking Rona there after being out a whole year last year. He's like, oh fuck no, give me this shit.
You know what would
Sorry
have
for
been a better? You know what would have been a bullshit ass ending, but it would have made more sense.
what,
Was if Brock would have come out,
dude.
F5 Roman, F5 the demon, and then left, and then the Usos pick up Roman and put him on top of Finn, because that would make sense and tie up to the next match. That still would be a bullshit ass ending, but it would have been a better bullshit ass ending than the top rope just falling out of pure coincidence.
It would have built up for their pay per view at Crown
It
Jewels.
would have
Like
built up for the pay per view. It would have made fucking Finn not look so moronic, because then it's like Brock fucking interfered, attacked both of them, but it was because of the Usos that Roman wins because they just drag him over. Like I would have preferred a bullshit ass ending like that. So like it ended the night, the match and the night on like that sour note of like, this is how we're ending their pay per view.
dude, this reminded me of the Seth and Fiend match at Hell in a Cell. But I think that this was much worse, to be honest with you, because
Or
Finn
I
does
want
not, huh?
I don't know if it was worse because this was a bad
or
ending.
tied for it. Tied for it.
This is the thing though. This was a bad ending to a great match. That entire match was full of shit.
Yeah. But and then Roman kept, like Brian mentioned, Roman said no to the damn tables. He kept saying no. He told Pat McAfee, Ohio's a bunch of dumbasses. Pat McAfee repeats it on commentary, which I thought was great.
It was
And then
funny.
Michael goes,
Michael goes like, "Yeah,
I
we
know.
heard him. We heard him." Michael, shut up! I want to hear him say it.
Roman played a great heel in this match with the tables. He's spine busters or whatever the hell that was, Finn through the table after Finn sets it up for him, for Roman. But oh my god, I thought this whole match was good. But that ending, I'm gonna flash back to 2006 here because God came back for revenge. Remember, he teamed up with Shawn Michaels. Now,
Yeah, against Vince.
God wanted to be shown on TV again. That's what happened. That's what caused the turnbuckles to fuck up. He lost on a rope break. Literally, he lost on a rope break. But yeah, good match. The ending can go fuck itself.
So overall,
Overall, like one. Can I put one horn? I'll put one horn. So like close to awesome.
just give it a thumbs up then.
Okay, okay, go. Thumbs up.
So overall, how was Extreme Rules? To run it down, Liv Morgan versus Carmela, pretty good. New Day versus AJ, almost Bobby, they were good. So the first two matches were really good. Then we got Street Profits versus Usos, which was all right. It was good, but it was a match we've seen 1,000 times. So this match didn't need to be in here. It's whatever. We had Charlotte versus Alexa, waste of time. Then we have Jeff, Priest, and Sheamus, which was really good, but roll up finish. Bianca and Becky was really good, but DQ finish. And then we have Roman and Finn, turnbuckle breaks finish. So overall, like match quality. Here's the thing about this pay per view. Match quality wise, it wasn't a bad pay per view. Like I said, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We had 6 good matches in reality. But out of the 6 matches, we had 1, 2, 3 with endings that were like, what? We had one piece of shit. I'm being rude. Shadows Alexa was fine. It was just the ending that just dragged it down. But it was forgettable. And then the Street Profits and Usos was like, you see this every day. New Day AJ was really good, but like that's a Raw type match right there. Overall, the pay per view itself, it was fine. It wasn't great. It wasn't terrible. Part of the problem of why it's fine is because even the stuff that was good, the stuff at the ending just shitted on it. Because so like I said, there was good stuff in here, but like the good stuff got brought down by their own endings. Overall, I say that people which is it was fine. It wasn't. It was not that. It's not that. It's just that. Had the last 3 matches had legitimate endings, like really good endings, I would have. Oh, I would have given this pay per view on up then. I would have. But also part of the reason why it gets this, part of the reason why part of me wants to go like this, is because and this is the last time I'm gonna say, the pay per view was called Extreme Rules, and there was nothing extreme besides the main event here. Like Vince, if you have a pay per view call like this, just spread out some type of matches. Jordan brought up a good point. Tornado tag match, have a table match here, an Extreme Rules match there, like a submission only match here. I see a last man standing here. Like, come on, like there are options out there. You know, like there was nothing extreme here except for the main event. The pay per view should have not been Extreme Rules. It should have been some other name. So overall, that's why the pay per view it was fine. Good matches with dumb endings, and nothing extreme about it but the main event. Your final verdict overall for the pay-per-view?
I'm gonna agree with you. The matches weren't that bad. It was just the ending. Like you could have taken out the not the triple threat, but you could have taken out the Charlotte and Alexa. Probably could have had that on Raw with that ending. You could have definitely took out the Street Profits and Usos. Make the 6-man tag. Put Big E in a match. Do so do something, and it would have been a good ass show. I would have loved it. Big E's a title holder. Why didn't he defend the title? Instead of being in a 6-man tag.
I don't understand. I don't understand why we couldn't just do Big E and Bobby here instead.
Exactly. Like,
instead of tomorrow.
Is his knee really that fucked up that he could not compete in a singles match, but he can tomorrow night? It does not make any sense.
But not even because he wrestled today in a fucking 3v3.
Big E is your title holder, and he does not have a title defense. Like, I would have made that match.
He was an afterthought. He wasn't even booked in the show until today itself.
AJ and Omos, they don't have a feud going in this pay-per-view, and they're just in it randomly, I love AJ. I love AJ, but he's just put in the match randomly.
Like realistically, like that, like Big E should have had something to do with the title. And then, like, where was the Intercontinental Championship at? Where was the Raw tag title?
Where was Nakamura? Yeah, exactly. Nakamura, Randy and Riddle. Exactly. They were supposed to defend the tag titles until MVP got injured, though. But granted, they could have had like a challenge, open challenge tag match.
But look, if they can book the world champion in a last minute 3v3, they could have done the same with the tag titles.
Exactly. The tag titles made a tornado match. The last match, instead of being Extreme Rules, last man standing, like you suggested, It could have been anything besides an awful ending besides the main event of this pay-per-view. This pay-per-view gets, like, I'm going to go with what you did, in the middle. It wasn't all that bad. It wasn't all that good. It was in the middle.
But if, just for the record, again, I don't want to bring the debate of what's better, but if you compare this to, like, the last AEW pay-per-view, this is disgusting.
All right, All Out tops it. Tops Extreme Rules. I'll say it.
Yeah, this is disgusting. Like I said, this was fine, but when you compare this to, like, AEW's All Out, shit. If you compare this to the last episode of Dynamite, this is trash. By comparison.
Grand Slam. Yeah, AEW Dynamite Grand Slam.
Dynamite's Grand Slam was better than WWE's pay-per-view of Extreme Rules.
The first match of Grand Slam killed this pay-per-view. Daniel Bryan and Kenny Omega. Bryan Danielson and Kenny Omega killed the entire pay-per-view, to be honest.
Malachi Black and Cody Rhodes. Like
killed this pay-per-view.
Yo, the fact that an episode of Dynamite was better than this pay-per-view, it is sad for this company. And this is not, and I'm not the type of guy that's like, I want AEW to be. I want both shows to be the best they can be. I want WWE to be awesome. But when you have 4 matches in a row and with bullshit ass ending in fucking stupid ass ways, we have a serious problem. And when you do it on a pay-per-view called Extreme Rules, it's even worse.
Yeah, like, I want both shows to succeed. I want them both to do great. I want them both to have great wrestling, but the one is having it. The other one is just sitting in bed on Mondays, sitting in bed on Sundays, like tonight. It's fucking ridiculous.
Well, guys, you heard it here. That was Jordan and I's review of WWE's Extreme Rules 2021. There was nothing extreme here besides the main event. So this was just WWE on a Sunday. If you like the video, like, share, subscribe. This has been us two with our review of the pay-per-view. Let us know your comments, your thoughts in the comments below. Peace.
Peace.